Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to vlog number 117, I think it is. We're here, we've finally arrived at the final part of the 1111 challenge. Anyone that hasn't been following this, it started on 1st of the 11th and it was to ride 1,111 kilometres in 11 days, finishing on the 11th of the 11th. Put my teeth back in. The 11th of the 11th, which is today. And I've already done a sneaky 30k this morning, which means for this final ride I've got 90 kilometres to complete, and we're done. And I'd really love to say that it's been a really enjoyable, sort of life-changing experience, but about 2 days in, I was thinking this was a really stupid idea. I probably shouldn't have bothered. It's not for anything. It's not for a charity, which, with a bit of hindsight, maybe I could have done something to raise a bit of money for JDRF or something like that. But it was just a silly idea, and quite frankly, I'll be glad when it's over. But actually, it was a completely meaningless challenge, but actually has ended up meaning a hell of a lot, in that the times when people have jumped in and the support that's been shown, considering the stupid hours that are being ridden, there have been so many of you that have jumped in and dragged me along just to keep me going and to keep me company, and it's been that has been fantastic and meant a hell of a lot. So to say it's a pointless, meaningless exercise is not quite right, because it's been a real testament to the spirit of the team, which I always knew was there, and it's just been further displayed with in these last 11 days. So you guys are legends, guys and girls. Well, actually, when I say guys, I mean guys and girls, just to clarify that, because I say guys a lot, but I mean everyone as a collective. So it's been brilliant from that regard. What hasn't been brilliant and has been documented through the forums is my my derriere is not in the best of condition. It's pretty angry down there, let's just say that. One of the worst things about this challenge is that I haven't had enough pairs of bib shorts. So having done 2 or 3 rides every day and changing bib shorts for every one of those rides, I finally, for this final ride, got to the point where I've run out of my chosen selection of bib shorts, and I'm having to do this on, and these weigh a ton, these things. They're fake Castelli Cafe bib shorts, and the chamois is the weight of a small child, and I haven't worn them, well, I think I've worn them once or twice when I first got them, and never again. But that is all I'm left with, because everything else, rather short-sightedly, I put in the wash last night and forgot to hang out, so I have no other dry bib shorts. So this could be a particularly uncomfortable 90 kilometres because of these shorts. But I'm hoping we get a good group turning up. I'm not expecting it. It's not an organised ride, other than Padron very kindly set something up in the Facebook group, but it's not an event on Zwift or anything. But anyone that does jump in, fantastic. I'm not going to record the whole 90 minutes because that would be incredibly boring to watch, but I'll try and just catch some snippets, and obviously summarise at the end if I can still move my mouth, my face, my legs, my backside, whatever. So anyway, we've got about 5 minutes before people will start showing up and expecting me to be riding, so I better shut up and jump on. Catch you in a minute. Okay, so I'm rolling. There's no one here, and I didn't get the option to ride with anybody when I logged in, which was very strange. I have a feeling, oh actually I've just seen Darren, there we go. Darren Hunter's here. Hey, good man. I have a feeling it's because my network was playing up, because when I first logged in then nobody, not just friends or people I'm expecting to ride with, but nobody at all was showing on course for quite some time. So I think that possibly contributed to the fact that there was no one there for me to ride with. So I think I'm just gonna, well, look, I can see actually Andy Beveridge. Oh, here we go, some guys. So maybe they were all waiting on the line. I couldn't see them all.
But Andy Beveridge is there. I think I just saw Percy. It may be that they're all part of another. Yeah, let's see everyone. Oh God, no, that's because I've clicked on someone on a different part of the course. That was all a little bit strange. But anyway, we're rolling, heading off towards the jungle loop to do some laps around the circuit there. It'll work out about 8 or 9 laps, I believe, which will be fun. You know what, it really is. I think I've said it before, but I think it is my favourite circuit or favourite route now on Zwift. However, during this week, I found it a little difficult for the purposes of just racking up distance. I'm not quite sure why. It's not particularly steep, it's not overly flat, so there are chances to get in and out of the saddle a little bit. But I found I was jumping to Richmond a couple of times. I did some flat laps around, did some flat laps around London. Actually did some hilly ones around London, which worked out one of my better days. I did some box hill racing with, I remember Len Capel being there. Oh crikey, who else was there? Right, sorry, let me just answer this. Andy Beveridge. Yeah, so London Hilly actually worked out to be one of my more successful ones. So, yeah, it's weird how it works. Maybe it's just sort of boredom of doing the same thing set in over that 11 days. It was obviously quite a fair bit of riding in a sort of compressed space of time. But this is great. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 including myself, riding up to the jungle loop now. So it's brilliant. Let's have a better look at these guys. Here's my team of domestiques for the day. Andy Beveridge, Darren Hunter, Percy Santamaria. Great to see you, chaps. Thank you so much for riding. Brilliant. Right, so we've been joined by His Royal Holiness the Right Honourable Mr. Min. Eric's joined us for as long as we can hang on to him, basically, and that's absolutely brilliant. I'd like to think that he knew about the end of this challenge and just thought he'd show support, but I think it's more coincidence. I think he's commenting on the length of our socks. Great to see you here, Eric. Excellent to have you along. And I know you've not signed up for a team yet, so there'll be an invitation sent to you to be part of WKG. It'd be great to get you signed up and in our races. That'd be brilliant. Maybe you know some cheat codes. You can help us in the World Championships that are coming up. So we're cruising around the jungle circuit now, and this is where I'm hoping we'll start really trying to sort of rack up the miles. Holding 47, 48 kilometres an hour, and this little bunch of 4 or 5, they're going to that's going to count the miles down very quickly, which is brilliant. Mr. Min now has just jumped back up to his more expected watts per kilogram, and will probably disappear very quickly, although we're all doing a reasonable job of hanging on to him at the moment in the draft. It works very nicely on this jungle loop. So look at that, I'm putting out 2 watts per kilogram, sitting right in Mr. Min's wheel, which is superb. How British is this? Cycling along, eating crumpets with Marmite. Oh. And we've just met up with Padron and Dan. Well, definitely Padron. Was Dan there? I think he was. There's Padron. Yep, and there's Dan. Great to see you guys. Here they come. So we overshot Padron and Dan, but it's not taking them long at all to Latch back on. Dan's got a man bun. Hey, come on, Dan. He's Dan I'm watching, isn't he? Yeah. To look at Padrone. Hey, Padrone's got one as well. That's brilliant. Hang on, let me check. I didn't even notice it on the other guys. Who have we got here? Oh, that's me. It's Andy? No, Andy's not. Darren? No. That's amazing. That's so cool. That's brilliant. Oh, sorry, that's really tickled me. Brilliant. We might have to rename the team now, guys. Man Bun Bikers. That's so cool. A lot of Tron bikes going on as well, which is awesome. And on that subject, well done to a couple of guys that have just achieved their Trons this morning, I think. Stuart Woodsell and Kev Stephen. Great stuff, guys. It's like a badge of honour on Zwift now, having that Tron bike, and I know how hard you've worked for it. And I spoke to Kev yesterday and he was full of a cold. Sounded like he could barely talk, let alone get on the bike, but like the trooper he is, he battled through and achieved it this morning. So great stuff, man. Now go and lie down, take some Lemsip or something and have a rest. But yeah, well done, guys, brilliant stuff. I've got to say, I think it's been a bit of a blessing that I was unable to race on Thursday, because the last couple of days would have been absolute torture. So Percy's dropped off a little bit, which is fair enough. Maybe the best thing would be have a really easy lap so that we basically come round and lap him. Alright, we've been joined by another, Mr. Carlos Valadares. Very kindly jumped into the train. Great to see you, buddy. He did jump in a moment ago and had technical troubles which sort of threw him straight out. And I think that's been going on for a while actually, with his technical problems in races and group rides. It's a real shame. I hope you're getting sorted out soon, my friend. It'd be great to have you back fighting in the league. So we're at 30k done. So even my non-mathematical brain can tell you we've got 60 to go. Carlos now mentioning, I put out a message to say it's great to have him join us, but the man bun seems to be a compulsory part of the team kit now, and his head looks a bit too well groomed for me, for my liking. So gonna have to work on that. Get Carlos a man bun. How ripped does Andy Beveridge look? Huge biceps. It looks like he's got enough power in that to snap that bike. I can't tell whether that's me coming through or Padrone or Dan. Oh, it is me. My strangely snake-like physique. Sorry about the last vlog, by the way. That was so difficult to put together, having not been there. I literally came in from the concert and just whacked the screen recording on as quickly as I could. But I was sort of having to get up and down, do different things, and didn't manage to sort of commentate at the time. So, which is why the sort of the post-production commentary is a little bit hit and miss, but hopefully it gives a good indication of the race anyway. So our group has grown again with the arrival of Mr. Joel Walker. Fantastic having you here, mate. Thank you so much. Got a great little peloton going now as we where am I? Hang on, I'm looking at Joel at the moment, so I've lost my distance. I think we're closing in on 40k, which means we'll be entering into the last 50k of the whole challenge, which is exciting times. The draft effect on this particular route, or sections of it, is so strong that when Joel joined, he joined a sort of minute or so behind, so we basically all just let off the power. We're rolling at less than 1 watt per kilogram. We're still travelling at sort of 40-45 kilometres an hour. And the gap was getting no smaller because we're all so tightly bunched together. So it actually took a while to knock the pace back sufficiently for everybody to join up with Joel, but he busted a gut from behind to get on here, so good job, man. Yeah, I got I'm assuming this is Mr. Jesper Anker doing a little bit of jogging out on the island. Have fun, buddy. You're a better man than I am. Myself and running, jogging do not mix. Okay, a couple more arrivals. Mr. Hans Everest Petter Summerson, so let's turn the music down, has joined while we were taking a quick natural break, as they call it on TV, and it got broken up a little bit, mainly because my cat jumped on the keyboard and put me back into the pairing screen. So I dropped about 15 seconds off everybody, but it looks like we've all nicely tightened up again now. We have, what do we have? 36 and a half kilometres to go, and we're done. Tim Fulford also joined. Great to have you, Tim. And I think he's either live streaming or recording for his YouTube channel, so it's always good. It feels kind of strange that we're sort of in the final throes of this now. I know you guys wouldn't have seen it because obviously I've only done very few videos, but it's been a pretty all-consuming event for me for the last 11 days, and as well as you guys dragging me along for a lot of it, I need to thank my family for basically putting up with me taking over our living space for the last, well, over a week with constant riding. And I think they will be as relieved as I am when this is this is over in 37 kilometres time. Actually, I've seen Darren. Darren's on the Tron bike there as well. Is that a new? I'm trying to remember if Darren has been on the Tron before or if this is new for him as well. If so, congratulations, my man. Another one to have achieved that ridiculous mileage target or meters climb target. Alright, so we've had a couple of guys who've had to jump off. But a few new arrivals as well. Nick Taylor's just jumped in. Great to see you, buddy. Jim Pocock's here. Satvik Singh's here. And Satvik did an awesome job of... he joined and was immediately sort of 10-15 seconds behind as we were doing 50 odd kilometres an hour. And he busted a gut at about 8 watts per kilogram for a while just to come flying past us to join the group. So great effort, buddy. Andy Beveridge jumped out. Thanks very much, mate, for dragging me this far. Really great of you to join in. And unlucky on not quite getting your PB on that final charge towards the line on this lap, but great effort. Right, I'm inside the final 11 kilometres. That's 1,100 done, and I'm starting to feel emotional. I've got to be honest. I'm sure I'll manage to keep it together, but it's so pathetic. It means nothing at all, but it's I don't know. It's been quite a touching experience, I've got to say, and support that I've had, not just in this ride today, but every ride. Late night shifts with Peter Wilson charging around Richmond with me, and we even managed a couple of sneaky uphill sprint attacks with each other. Likewise with Len and is it Dee Bryant? I think it might have been one of the others. We had a Box Hill attack one night on the London route, and everybody, I feel bad if I name people because it would suggest that I'm missing others out, but obviously Padron organised these last couple of rides, group rides, through the WKG forum to try and drum up support, which has just been really, really amazing. And just everybody, even the ride-ons, it all helps. I tried to do some of it on my own, sort of watching a film or something like that, to try and pass the time, which it does to a certain extent, but by far the best rides have been these ones with the group. The miles tick up, the chat's brilliant, the spirit is just unreal, which I think I've probably used that phrase more this year than any other part of my vocabulary, is the wonderful team spirit within this group. It's just blows me away every time, absolutely amazing. And we're sort of cruising up now to the culmination of a load of sort of individual rides that have just demonstrated that fact more perfectly than I could in words. It's been absolutely brilliant. Ah, fantastic. Look, Mr. Gatsby. Oh, if I can click on him. That's very kind of you. There's absolutely no need to thank me. I've been, like I say, I've been kind of speechless. Well, speechless for me during this whole thing with the support I've got. It's incredible. What's amazing on this particular ride, I don't understand how, but we're getting faster and faster. Thank you, Jason, for the ride on. Cheers, buddy. We did the fastest lap so far on the last lap after having 75 kilometres in the legs. And it looks like we're just about to beat that again with 83 kilometres in the legs. And I wonder if we can put in the quickest lap on the final lap. I've just put out a message to say, let's make this final lap a fast one. I mean, my understanding of fast is different to some of these guys, so I can't keep up. 1500 metres. We'll complete the lap 1500 metres away from completing the challenge. Jay Gorilla's joined. Awesome, thank you, man. It's excellent to have you here. And they're trying to usher me up to the front of the group. I'd rather have sat at the back and they all just sort of dragged me round. I think that would be a more fitting image for the end of this, with the guys dragging me through this whole challenge. There it is, 89 kilometres done. 1 kilometre left. And we're done. Where am I? Why can I not see us? Here we come. Here we go. That is a beautiful sight. Just all good mates. All good mates out for a spin at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. Unreal. Love it. "200 metres. Here we go. Look at that. all in the line. That's it. Done. I don't know what to say. It's weird. It's done. We're on for a flyer of a lap as well. That's as much of a charge as I've got in me. UPR on the last lap. 13:29. I'm done. So, it's just in the vlog like usual. Seriously, there's nothing I can say to. I won't be doing that again for a while. That was tough. Alright, I'm just going to shut up and end it. Guys, thank you. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, that was just absolutely mind-blowing, the support throughout that. Everyone, like I say, not just everyone in this ride, it was through every one of them going back till the 1st of November when I started, and was immediately joined by super domestiques dragging me around, and wow. Right, I'm going to go and lie down and eat and drink and rub cream on my nether regions. Thank you all. See you next time.